Welcome back to our channel on this beautiful day, where we dive deep into the latest thrilling developments in Genoa City. The corporate landscape of the young and the restless has always been a battlefield, but the current war for control over Chancellor Industries has reached a boiling point. We have a lot of intense drama to unpack today, so let us jump right into the escalating conflict and the shocking secrets waiting to be exposed. The psychological toll of the ongoing corporate warfare on Lily Winters cannot be understated. For months, she has watched Billy Abbott spiral into a dark, consuming obsession, his actions becoming increasingly unpredictable and dangerous. The betrayal cuts deep, not just because of their shared professional history, but due to the intimate romantic bond they once shared. Lily feels a profound sense of responsibility to protect the Winters legacy, a legacy built by her late father, Neil Winters, and currently threatened by the chaotic crossfire of the Abbott and Newman families. Billy's relentless pursuit of Chancellor has forced Lily to harden her heart and sharpen her instincts. She understands that Billy is operating from a place of desperate entitlement, driven by a deep-seated need to prove his worth to the ghost of John Abbott and to outmaneuver his mother Jill. Recognizing this, Lily knows that Billy's desperation is his greatest vulnerability. To defeat him, she must dismantle the very foundation of his corporate campaign, piece by piece, starting with the financial architecture that supports his ambitious maneuvers. Late into the night, the executive offices of Chancellor Winters become a silent sanctuary for Lily's meticulous investigation. Surrounded by glowing monitors and mountains of financial ledgers, she begins a comprehensive audit of every transaction associated with Billy Abbott's recent tenure. The atmosphere is thick with paranoia. Lily is acutely aware that if Billy or any of his loyalists discover her unauthorized deep dive into the company's financial history, the fallout would be catastrophic. Yet, her determination eclipses her fear. She systematically cross-references expense reports, departmental budgets, and executive discretionary funds, searching for anomalies. Lily's experience as a CEO has honed her ability to spot irregularities that others might dismiss as mere clerical errors. She is not looking for glaring crimes, but rather the subtle hidden threads that, when pulled, could unravel Billy's entire operation. Every keystroke is deliberate, every reviewed document a potential weapon in her arsenal to save the company from his destructive path. Hours of relentless scrutiny finally yield a breakthrough that makes Lily's blood run cold. Buried deep within a labyrinth of subsidiary accounts and shell corporations, she stumbles upon a series of highly suspicious financial transfers. These are not standard corporate expenditures. They are massive, structured movements of capital directed toward an offshore account. What immediately sets off alarm bells is the beneficiary of these funds. The account is registered under a carefully constructed pseudonym, a fake name designed to obscure the true recipient while passing superficial compliance checks. The sophistication of the obfuscation suggests a deliberate, highly coordinated effort to hide this money from the board of directors and regulatory agencies. Lily stares at the screen, her mind racing through the implications. This level of financial manipulation requires access, authority, and a motive that goes far beyond standard corporate strategy. It reeks of desperation and hidden agendas, precisely the kind of vulnerability she has been desperately searching for to neutralize Billy's threat. As Lily digs deeper into the digital paper trail, the mystery takes an even more shocking turn. By tracing the origin of the funds before they were funneled offshore, she discovers an undeniable link to historical Chancellor assets. These are legacy funds, deeply tied to the original framework of the company established by Catherine Chancellor and later managed by Jill Abbott. The realization hits Lily with the force of a physical blow. The offshore account and the fake name are not just part of Billy's current manic strategy, they are intricately connected to Jill Abbott's closely guarded secrets. Lily recalls the recent whispers regarding Jill's rapidly declining health and her sudden, secretive updates to her will. The financial breadcrumbs suggest that Billy has either uncovered a massive financial crime committed by his mother in the past, or he is actively exploiting these legacy assets to fund his rogue takeover, perhaps even attempting to secure resources before Jill's mysterious will can be executed. The intersection of Billy's ambition and Jill's hidden past creates a toxic, explosive combination. The sheer gravity of this discovery forces Lily to pause and reevaluate the entire corporate landscape. If Billy is illegally siphoning Chancellor legacy funds into an offshore account, he is committing a felony that could result in severe federal prosecution. However, if these transactions were originally initiated by Jill and Billy as merely covering them up or leveraging them for his own gain, the scandal could destroy the entire foundation of Chancellor Industries. Lily's internal monologue is a whirlwind of strategic calculations. She realizes that this is no longer just about removing a disruptive executive. It is about uncovering a conspiracy that could bring down the entire empire. The fake name attached to the offshore account taunts her, a digital ghost representing a secret that someone is willing to risk everything to protect. Lily understands that exposing this truth will not only decimate Billy's claim to the company but could also shatter the Abbott family's reputation irreparably. The weapon she has found is a double-edged sword, capable of saving her company but guaranteed to cause immense collateral damage. Knowing that a mere suspicion is useless in a boardroom war, Lily transitions from investigator to covert operative. She meticulously begins gathering undeniable proof. Utilizing encrypted flash drives and secure servers, she downloads the transaction histories, the routing numbers, and the digital signatures linking Billy's executive access to the offshore transfers. She works with agonizing precision, acutely aware that a single digital footprint could alert Billy's IT loyalists to her espionage. The tension in the silent office is palpable, every creak of the building sounding like approaching footsteps. Lily compiles a comprehensive dossier, cross-referencing the offshore transfers with the dates of Billy's most aggressive corporate maneuvers. The timeline aligns perfectly, painting a damning picture of a man funding his hostile takeover with illicit, hidden assets. She secures the physical drive in a hidden safe, ensuring that even if her office is compromised, the evidence remains protected. She has the ammunition. Now, she needs to confirm her target's guilt. Armed with explosive evidence, Lily begins to strategize her next move. A direct accusation would be foolish. Billy is a master manipulator who thrives in chaotic confrontations. If she presents the evidence outright, he will instantly pivot, spinning a web of lies, claiming the funds were authorized, or worse, destroying the remaining digital trails before she can take it to the authorities or the board. Instead, Lily decides on a psychological approach. She needs to test Billy, to watch his micro-expressions and gauge his immediate, unfiltered reaction to the mention of offshore accounts and legacy assets. This indirect confrontation requires a masterful performance. Lily must project an aura of calm, business-as-usual authority, masking the devastating secret she holds. She mentally rehearses her talking points, designing a conversation that seems like a routine financial review, but is laced with highly specific triggers designed to pierce Billy's arrogant facade. It is a dangerous game of corporate poker, and Lily is prepared to bet everything on her ability to read his tells. The opportunity for this high-stakes encounter presents itself the following day in the sleek, glass-walled corridors of the Chancellor Winter's executive suite. The environment is sterile, modern, and deceptively calm, a stark contrast to the vicious power struggles simmering beneath the surface. Lily spots Billy approaching, his demeanor radiating the manic, unearned confidence that has become his trademark in recent weeks. He moves with a swagger that suggests he believes he has already won the war, completely oblivious to the trap Lily has meticulously laid for him. As they cross paths, Lily intercepts him, her posture relaxed but her gaze piercing. The ambient noise of the bustling office seems to fade away, isolating the two adversaries in a bubble of intense psychological tension. Lily offers a polite, professional smile, the perfect disguise for the predator lurking beneath. The stage is set for a confrontation that will dictate the future of their corporate empire. Lily initiates the conversation with mundane corporate pleasantries, Discussing upcoming quarterly projections and standard departmental budgets, Billy responds with his usual dismissive arrogance, eager to brush her off and continue his aggressive agenda. Then, with surgical precision, Lily shifts the topic. She casually mentions a recent, comprehensive audit she ordered on historical chancellor assets, specifically focusing on international holdings and legacy funds established during Jill's tenure. She watches Billy's face intently as she drops the bait. Lily casually remarks on the complexities of tracking offshore accounts, noting how easily funds can be obscured under pseudonyms if one isn't looking closely. She frames it as a tedious compliance issue, a minor headache in the grand scheme of the company's finances. Every word is carefully chosen, designed to sound innocent to an uninformed listener but deafeningly loud to a guilty conscience. Lily maintains her steady, unwavering eye contact, waiting for the impact of her words to register. The reaction is instantaneous and incredibly revealing. For a fraction of a second, the arrogant swagger vanishes from Billy's posture, replaced by a rigid, chilling stillness. The micro-expressions on his face tell a story of sheer panic, a slight widening of the eyes, a sudden tightening of the jaw, and a momentary loss of breath. He quickly attempts to recover, deploying a defensive, mocking chuckle, but the damage is done. His response is evasive and disjointed. He aggressively questions the necessity of the audit, attempting to pivot the conversation toward Lily's leadership and accusing her of wasting time on ancient history. His voice, usually smooth and persuasive, carries a slight, unmistakable tremor of anxiety. He refuses to directly address the mention of offshore accounts, instead launching into a convoluted diatribe about his vision for the company's future. Lily absorbs every detail of his frantic pivot. His inability to maintain his composure, his desperate attempt to change the subject, and his defensive hostility provide all the confirmation she needs. As Billy abruptly excuses himself and hurries down the corridor, Lily is left standing in the quiet aftermath of their encounter. She retreats to the privacy of her office, locking the door behind her. The adrenaline courses through her veins as she processes the interaction. Billy's reaction was not that of an innocent executive annoyed by bureaucracy. It was the visceral panic of a man whose darkest secret has just been brushed by the light. Lily realizes that the offshore accounts and the fake name are not just a piece of the puzzle, they are the entire board. Billy is hiding something so massive, so destructive, that the mere mention of it caused his carefully constructed facade to crumble. However, this confirmation brings a chilling realization. A cornered Billy Abbott is a dangerous Billy Abbott. Knowing that Lily is sniffing around his hidden financial architecture, he will undoubtedly accelerate his plans, becoming more ruthless and unpredictable in his desperation to maintain control and keep his secrets buried. Sitting at her desk, the encrypted drive resting heavily in her hand, Lily Winters makes a solemn, unbreakable vow. The risks of pursuing this investigation are monumental. Exposing Billy could trigger a catastrophic scandal that might temporarily destabilize Chancellor Winters, alienate her from Devon, and place her squarely in the crosshairs of both Billy's manic wrath and Victor Newman's predatory opportunism. Yet, the alternative, allowing Billy to hollow out the company from the inside using illicit offshore funds and dark secrets tied to Jill, is entirely unacceptable. Lily resolves to follow this treacherous financial trail to its absolute end, no matter where it leads or who it destroys. She will uncover the true identity behind the fake name, expose the origin of the legacy funds, and use the truth to surgically remove Billy from the company forever. As she boots up her secure terminal to dig even deeper into the offshore labyrinth, a shadow falls across her frosted glass door, leaving her to wonder if Billy has already realized the grave threat she poses to his empire, and what desperate, unforgivable lengths he will go to in order to silence her.